Welcome to the Words to Empower podcast, featuring Bishop Frank Stewart, pastor of the Acts Ministry in Conway and North Little Rock. And now, Pastor Stewart.
Very powerful young man. Moses had a list of PhDs. He was raised in the school of the Egyptians, who were on a whole nother level educationally. These are the ones that built the pyramids. They constructed them. They had a whole different understanding of math and physics. So they are the one that raised him from a child up. It says in verse 23, now when he was 40 years old, it came into his heart to visit his brethren, the children of Israel. 40 years old. He said, let me go visit my people. My people. Because I know I'm going to be safe around my people. Verse 24 says, and seeing one of them suffer wrong, one of his brethren, he defended and avenged him who was oppressed and struck down the Egyptians. Now watch this, verse 25. For he supposed that his brethren would have understood. Lord have mercy. Wow. He thought they would have understood that God would deliver them by his hand, but they did not understand. And the next day he appeared to two of them as they were fighting and tried to reconcile them, saying, men, you are brethren. Why do you wrong one another? But he who did his neighbor wrong pushed him away, pushed Moses away, saying, who made you a ruler and judge over us? Rejection. Do you want to kill me as you did the Egyptian yesterday? Then at this saying, Moses fled and became a dweller in the land of Midian, where he had two sons. And when 40 years had passed, an angel of the Lord appeared to him in a flame of fire in a bush in the wilderness of Mount Sinai. Exodus chapter 4, starting at verse 10 through 15. Let's read that and let's go back and talk about this. Exodus chapter 4, starting at verse number 10. 4 and 10. Then Moses said to the Lord, O my Lord, I am not eloquent. Remember, this is the man that is mighty in words and in deeds. This is the man that's going to write more scriptures than anybody in the Bible. Moses. Almost one book of Moses, almost take care of everything Paul wrote. Moses. He says, I am not eloquent, neither before nor since you have spoken to your servant, but I am slow of speech and slow of tongue. So the Lord said to him, who has made man's mouth? Who makes the mute, the deaf, the seeing, or the blind? Have not I, the Lord? Now therefore go, and I will be with your mouth and teach you what you shall say. Verse 13. But he said, oh, my Lord, please send by the hand of whomever else you may send. So the anger of the Lord was kindled against Moses. It burned. And God said, is not Aaron the Levite your brother? I know that he can speak well. And look, he is also coming out to meet you. When he sees you, he will be glad in his heart. Last verse, verse 15. Now you shall speak to him, put the words in his mouth, and I will be with your mouth and with his mouth, and I will teach you what you shall do. Now I want you to see this. I want you to see the bondage here, the bondage of rejection. Moses got rejected. He got rejected. Got rejected by the people he loved. And when he got rejected by the people that he loved, all of a sudden Moses went inwardly. Now, I hope you caught it It's 40 years later. Wow. Look at rejection. Can we deal with it? Can we let our guards down and deal with it and get healed today? Can we deal with some of the symptoms today? 40 years in seclusion. Wow. Boy, rejection is nothing to play with. Rejection. When children tell me my father won't even claim me and I look just like him, the pain that comes from that. Can I be real today? Can we go there? Can we go there for a second? When you've been betrayed or there has been infidelity or an affair and stuff has happened, there's rejection. Now, God wouldn't touch it if he couldn't heal us. But he has to touch it so he can bring us out of denial. Because the one thing that he's never going to set us free if we're in denial. Israel was in denial. They said we've never been in slavery. That was a lie. So the first thing that we must do is deal with the truth. Deal with it. 40 years later, here's this mighty man in words and in deeds on the backside of the mountain, not wanting to talk to anybody. Whew. Good God from glory. I feel him helping me right here. I mean, things can happen to you in your life that make you want to give up on Now, I'm teaching it. I want you to understand something today. Is that you have to, just not if you're dealing with the rejection, but maybe the person you're dealing with is dealing with rejection, so you can have more patience with them. 40 years. Moses. It's only one man in the Bible greater than Moses, and that's Jesus. Moses. The Moses who's going to call fire down from heaven. Moses that was going to use his rod and divide the Red Sea. Moses that was going to touch the Nile River and it's going to turn into blood. Moses. One thing the Bible teaches us in the book of James is these men we read about, they were just as human as we are. Thank God for that. Thank God he didn't give us a book of superhuman people. He gave us a book of people that had real issues, real problems. Because once he identifies that, then he knows how to bring us out of it. If you can relate to the rejection, God said, I can pull you out of it. But I can't bring you out of it until you realize I'm dealing with something much deeper. Here's Moses. He didn't want to talk to anybody. Ran away from everything that is called family. I'll get to you in a minute. Everything that's called family. Because he had been hurt. And all this potential and all this ability. And all the talent that he had. Now he's sitting. Can I talk today? I got to deal with this. Are you listening to me? I got to deal with it. Now he's sitting on the backside of the mountain. Look at somebody and say, have you ever been on the backside of the mountain? Come on. You can't come to Acts Ministry without me dealing with never having a father. Exodus chapter 4, starting at verse number 10. 4 and 10. Then Moses said to the Lord, "Oh, my Lord, I am not eloquent." Remember, this is the man that is mighty in words and in deeds. This is the man that's going to write more scriptures than anybody in the Bible. Moses. Almost one book of Moses, almost take care of everything Paul wrote. Moses. He says, I am not eloquent, neither before nor since you have spoken to your servant, but I am slow of speech and slow of tongue. So the Lord said to him, who has made man's mouth? Who makes the mute, the deaf, the seeing, or the blind? Have not I, the Lord? Now therefore go, and I will be with your mouth and teach you what you shall say. Verse 13. But he said, oh, my Lord, please send by the hand of whomever else you may send. So the anger of the Lord was kindled against Moses. It burned. And God said, is not Aaron the Levite your brother? I know that he can speak well. And look, he is also coming out to meet you. When he sees you, he will be glad in his heart. Last verse, verse 15. Now you shall speak to him, put the words in his mouth, and I will be with your mouth and with his mouth, and I will teach you what you shall do. Now I want you to see this. I want you to see the bondage here, the bondage of rejection. Moses got rejected. He got rejected. He got rejected by the people he loved.
For mobile giving, text the amount you wish to donate to 501-302-4242.
The Acts Church in North Little Rock is located at 1224 Franklin Street. And for a powerful word, join us at 9:30 a.m. for our morning worship service. Bible study is each Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. For more information, go to actsministriesonline.org or give us a call at 501-329-2055.
Thank you for tuning in to the Acts Ministry Podcast. The Acts Church is located at 1423 England Street in Conway and 1224 Franklin Street in North Little Rock, Arkansas. Tune in each day to hear an inspiring word from Pastor Frank Stewart.
Greetings in the wonderful name of Jesus Christ. My name is Frank Stewart. I'm the pastor of Acts Ministries in Conway and also in North Little Rock. We also have an outreach on John Barrow where we partnership with the city and other ministries there. I want to invite you to partner with us in this ministry. I want to invite you to share with us in propagating the gospel of Jesus Christ. There are many things that we're doing and we're going to continue to do. We have a vision in mind on how to be a blessing to the communities that we're in. So we're asking you to be a partner with us. I believe that God will reward you and he will multiply you. So join us in the Acts Ministry in sponsoring not only this broadcast, but what we're doing in the great city of Little Rock, North Little Rock, and also Conway. God bless you. Greetings in the wonderful name of Jesus Christ. My name is Frank Stewart.
And I'm Jacqueline Stewart.
We want to invite you to our program. I am the pastor of Acts Ministries, located in Conway, Arkansas, and also in North Little Rock, Arkansas.
So join us every Sunday at 4 p.m. right here on VTN for our Words to Empower television broadcast.
I disrespected my parents at home, sir.
I've been more of a leader than a follower. I've been trying to help others to stay on the right track.
Doing good is not really as hard as you think it is.
The Arkansas Youth Challenge is enrolling for young people 16 to 18 years old. If you're having trouble in school or at home, call 1-800-814-8453. We support second chances.